we're going to talk about order and worship. Can I get somebody to read verse 26 through 28? Not everybody at once.
So here's what I want you to do. When you gather for worship,
You got this about it? You got this about
when you gather for worship, each one of you be prepared with something that will be useful for all. Sing a hymn, teach a lesson, tell a story, lead a prayer, provide an insight. If prayers are offered in tongues, two or three, the length. And then only if someone is present who can interpret what you're saying.
28. You got 28?
Otherwise, keep it between God and yourself and no more than 2 or 3 speakers at a meeting, with the rest of you listening and taking it to heart. Take your turn, no one person taking over.
No one person what?
Taking over.
Alright. So let's go back up to 26. Let's try to dissect this. We come together, brothers and sisters. Paul is telling them in 1 Corinthians 14 that we come together. Somebody sing a hymn, somebody give a word of instruction. Word of instruction, word of revelation. And if you have a tongue or an interpretation, everything must be done that the church may be built up. If anyone speaks in tongues, 2 or 3 of the most should speak one at a time. That's for public argument. If there are no interpreter, the speaker should keep quiet in the church and speak to himself and God. And so I wanted to bring out tonight. I want to kind of talk about order in worship, because I think that people take this, the Lord know my heart, and I'm just going to be led by the Spirit. The Spirit still has intelligence. You got to have some order. I mean, you can't get up. I don't just get up on Sunday morning and just whatever book I Google class or whatever scripture I Google that and say, okay, Lord, just speak to me. Just go ahead on and say, you got to have some preparation. And I think time to time again, folk think that worship just happens sporadically or it's not planned, but everything we do should be done in order. All right? And I think what has happened to the church is that some people have forgotten that there is order in the church. There's a way. Bible says sing a hymn or whatever, give a word of instruction. If you give a word of instruction, you got to give revelation. If somebody interrupts the service speaking in tongues, you got to have an interpreter. All right, and so that's kind of the order that was set. Now, what do we see happen today in churches? Is it in order or is it out of order?
out.
Why is it out? Let's talk about it tonight.
Chiefs not doing it.
I mean,
Don't make up the protocol or
protocol.
Well, it depends on churches. You have different order of services based on churches. In churches where you have set order, they pretty much go through the same format every Sunday. Then you talk from the CME, the AME, they have, they have an order of service. So it really, it it's done different ways. Just like you have different nominations. You know, if we got the word, what the word says supposed to be, but we don't modify to fit really what we want.
So Paul is reminding us in these verses that everything we do must be done to build up the church. And when he says build up the church, he is not talking about the church building. He's talking about the people. So do you agree that there's things that we do in worship that don't build nobody up? I.e., people want to know when they come in, they fascinate that we get out of the aisle. Because we the trend of the fact, y'all ain't going to Matron Day and Second Baptist and Oak. You ain't going to Red Circle Day at Trinity at 3 o'clock. You ain't going to, I mean, you know you grew up in church like me, 45 minutes. Somebody turn the page and read an announcement. You ain't paying no attention. You ain't paying no attention. So what we did, or what we strategically did was we just trying to fact the stuff that don't pertain to us, you know, okay, it don't pertain to us, we hear the worship, that worship God, let's do what we need to do. Everything that we do from start to finish should build up the congregation. Agree or disagree?
Decent and in order.
Yeah, decent and in order. And we're gonna get to the order part. Even if somebody speaking in tongues, Paul give you instructions on how to deal with that. So he says, and I'm paraphrasing on down next couple verses. Paul says, now if somebody's speaking in tongues and is building up the church, whoever's speaking, sit down. Let them say what they say in their tongue, and then we're going to wait on the interpreter. It's right there in the text. I didn't make it up. It's right there in the text. He says, verse 29. He says, 2 or 3 prophets should speak, and the others should weigh carefully what it says. And watch this, verse 30. And if revelation comes to someone who is sitting down, the first speaker should stop. For you can all prophesy in turn so that everyone may be instructed and encouraged. The issue that I have with folks that, and you know, I'm going to say this, it's controversial. But I'm saying, I believe in prophets and prophetess. But I don't believe that I gotta pay God to do what he told the prophet to tell me. So if you're a prophet or you're a prophetess and you to prophesy to Lex, you to prophesy to Carol, you to prophesy to Carol, you to prophesy to Stephanie or Cookie, then when you get through and they slain in the spirit and they fall out, God wants you to get a $50 seed. That's a trick.
Yep.
And let me tell you what else it is. It's witchcraft. It is a spirit of delusion and confusion. Because if God got a word for you, why you got to pay for it?
Right.
Hell, I ain't got $100. I can't sow it. I came here broke tonight. I came here for the word. Then you gonna tell me I'm gonna give you the word and notice the people that they prophesy to. I'm waiting. I be sometimes I go play. I want somebody to prophesy to me. I want to say something. Because I don't like giving her a Patterson did one man that came to their convocation and disrupted the service. He said, sit down, you devil. Told him straight up, you demon, sit down. You've been trying to disrupt service. Get on out of here. I said, listen. So I'm saying all that to say that we live in a time with all these theatrics and all this stuff. I was talking to Nick and Sonny. Nick and Sonny trying to find them a church. Nick having a rough time. I'm having to encourage him. He don't really want to go nowhere. You know, and they have rough. So they went to this church and he was telling me about the church. He told me to check it out online. And that one thing that Nick said that I have to agree with, when I go to church, I want it to look like church, and I want it to feel like church. I don't need no lights jumping. I don't need all the lights out. Ain't no lights on the stage. Ain't no lights on but the stage. You got the lights jumping with the music. If we at a concert or we at work. Nick said, man, he said we went to church, they had so much smoke. Smoke came, and the preacher came out, smoke came out the floor. They're all kind of, he said, man, said Noah got his book bag and said, I'm ready to go, Daddy. I said, y'all better listen to the child, and the child shall lead them. So I said all that to say this, that we live in an age where all these theatrics and all this is happening, going on, and you know, and I got a word for you, Lance, and okay, I give you that word, then the Lord is telling me to tell you the soul $50. And then you got these, and I'm just gonna say it, we got these social media prophets. Social media prophets. I speak money in your life today, and if you hit my cash app, it's gonna come. Well, wait a minute. Either God that told you I'm gonna be blessed, free. And it's sad because people don't. I was doing some research today. I want to tell you a couple of things. In the United States alone, this 2018, this study was done in 2017. In the United States alone, with the 5 top faith preachers in the United States, over $1 billion was made off crusades in the United States. You saw what I said? I ain't said 1 million. $1 billion. How many folk we can get out of poverty? $1 billion. How many neighborhoods could we? And the sad commentary is, let's just say this. I'm gonna say this. Now, I have no problem. I believe we going to heaven, and it's gonna be diverse. But on earth, I just don't understand how people that look like us run to their churches when they ain't running to our churches. Where our white members at? See anybody white? Right. He just got out of the oven too soon. So we got to be careful in this hour, and this is a serious, because here's the thing: you got to learn how to discern, and you got to learn how to rebuke what's not for you. Let me catch y'all in the line. And somebody gave y'all a word and told y'all. I told y'all what I do. Listen, I don't care what nobody says. I have already determined before I get out of my vehicle what my offering is going to be. They can ask every preacher to stand up in there. I'm going to stand up because I'm a preacher. They're going to say, we need all the preachers to sow $100. Them $5 or $10 that I'm gonna give, I stand right on up there in the $100 line with the rest of them. Because how you gonna tell me God ain't gonna bless my 10 and that's all I got? So if you the prophet, you can't tell me what's in my pocket. Or can you? I don't know. They had some people. They called one prophet on TV. He told everybody in the office, in the audience to close their eyes, and he was walking around with the mic, and he was looking at folk information, or looking in their Bible and all that kind of stuff, trying to see their stuff broke down. Then they open their eyes, then he was prophesying. YouTube, it's on YouTube. All right, so we live in a day where people don't know order and they don't know. There are gifts. I believe in prophets. I do. I really do. I'm telling you, I really do. I believe some prophets that spoke to me, but the one that spoke into my life, I ain't have to give him no seed.
And the other thing, you were able to receive it too.
Oh, I can receive it.
You see, that's what so many do. They come and you telling you what they want you to hear, but then God pray you receive whatever out there for you.
Yeah.
But they come and force their prophecy on.
Can I tell you something? All prophets don't have the prophet name.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Some of them was your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right? But we living in that ooey time, and we got this, and this so and so. And then here's the thing. You can only how can I say this without saying what I'm saying? I'm gonna say what I'm saying, but I'm not gonna say what I'm saying. But y'all gonna catch this by the time y'all get home. There are only so many prophets. Here's the thing. If we as a congregation love to see a prophet more, love to see a prophet coming more than the pastor, something wrong. Because the other part of the prophecy that's going on that the other side that they don't want you to know about, that there has already been a pre-negotiated honorarium that's going to be given. Okay, I'm cool with that. Okay, you're going to get $3,500, whatever you're going to get. But then there's another negotiation that go on after you seed the money. 70% of that is going to the prophet. So, are we really doing this for God, or are we doing this for P-R-O-F-I-T? What's really going on? Okay. Any comments and questions? I mean, I'm just... I'm just trying to open your eyes.
I went to see a prophet at one of the local
Yeah.
churches, and not too long ago.
Yeah.
I went with a friend, I went to sit by her, and it was, doing what they were doing, and then when they started coming, we started on my money. And I was feeling a little bad. I was like, she came up on my mouth. Oh, man, God,
So what? I'm sorry.
all of a sudden they were talking about the money, and she was coming up with her, and she was like, oh, Lord, I need to keep you out. Feeling kind of bad. I'm like, no, I ain't got my little group, And so we went on and on, and I started thinking about it. I was like, oh,
and that's why I want your eyes be. That's why the Bible says, study to show yourself a workman out of shame. You gotta know when somebody just pimping.
I'm telling you.
I mean, that's just all it is too. And I want to say this because we on Facebook Live and preachers get mad at me. You can't get mad because I go to work. Jim need to quit saying he go to work. Hell, I do go to work. And that's why I can do what I do. Because I don't have to depend on my congregation. Y'all missed it. All right? Myra Hefner Sr., God bless his soul, taught me that when I started preaching, he said, I'm going to tell you just like this, don't ever put your belly in the church mouth.
All right.
I said, what? No, don't ever put your mouth. How you say it? Don't. I said it right. Oh, y'all. Told that. Over there, have a job.
Then you can get up there and tell us about it.
I remember, my cousin will tell you, I remember we was on 27th. Reverend Hefner was the first black man in this town to have a Mercedes. And I remember when he drove it, it was like an 86, them diesel along with the SUV. Man, that thing was custom made, because remember, was almost 7 feet tall. Man, he drove to church, and about 2 weeks later, real scared. I think all the members to stay in our church. We were always scared of him, but he was like, Jim, man. Man, my pastor got up and said, let me tell y'all something. Y'all think y'all bought me a car? I go to Alabama Power every day. He said, that little change y'all give me, that ain't never grocery money. You because the saints quit paying their money. And he had just, so that, I got that from him. That's why I'm like, I can't help it. I can't help it. That's instilled in me. And it's a good principle to have in these last and evil days. I'm just saying. I ain't got to be up there sweating, worried about, we make budget and got to do 2 or 3. I ain't this. If it come in, it come in. If it don't, let's go ahead. That's just the lead you have when you have a job. All right. So the order. Let's get back to this because as Jamaica said, you add an experience. And here's the thing: we were going to state overseers installation, and we were just talking. The few of us that went, and we were just talking about how we're finna be up. They're gonna be up, and then so Mika said, well, sometimes I be feeling bad. I don't be feeling. I ain't feeling it. I ain't getting up. But the folk around you, so you be feeling bad. You want to go and get up. I said, you ain't got to feel bad because if the spirit hit them, that don't mean it hit you too. Like I ain't gonna stand up. Long time. That just ain't what I'm finna do. I was on the third. I ain't stood up the whole time. I'm chilling. Stuff was going on. So I said all that to say this, that you got to discern where you are. Even the let me tell you, how many folk that stadiums sit out there at Brian Denny Stadium, what is it, 123,000? And even when they leave, there's an order. They close out streets at a certain time. They got order to it, right? You ain't just finna run. The folk that work there, you gotta be there at a certain time. If you don't get there at a certain time, they ain't let you in. Or you got to pay. And you don't want to get caught up in that. And so they have order. And so when we come to the church, okay, your job got order. Your job got certain things that you have to do, certain things you have to do in the run of the day. Well, when we get to the church, we don't want order. We just want to let it hang out, whatever. Why is that? What's up with that? Have we created a culture where when we come to church, it don't matter that we don't need to be orderly with the Lord, but we can be orderly at work. We can follow this protocol, follow that protocol. But when it comes to church, we just whatever. What's up with that? I'm just asking.
Because you think you can be lenient when it comes to the church. Like, you can work the rules because it's the church.
Say that again, because I don't think folk in the back heard.
Because you think you can be a little more lenient because it's the church. Like you can break the rules just because of the church. It ain't your job if you gotta go.
That ain't true for everybody, because some people break the rules on the job.
I think the commitment in a relationship. That commitment in a relationship determines how you interact with the situation. If you commit, you can rock in the sort of way. It doesn't matter. You commit. And you got to have a relationship in order to be committed. So if you got a relationship with the Lord and you committed, you can do different than somebody that don't have that or not at that stage. The wind blowing, they weep. And the Lord, it's not forced on him. He doesn't force this on us. It's at your free will.
Right. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Any other comment?
You remember the church of the person that come through and fuck their ears.
Now that was just straight abuse. We ain't even gonna talk about that. All right, let's get to verse 34, 30, 36, and I'm 36. Yeah. Well, 36, 34 through 39. and we're gonna be done. Come on with it, Paul. What Paul said.
Maybe like that.
We can get the men to read it. Good, you can't read this verse. 34.
Carry read.
Secure.
34, chapter 4.
He don't know what we is.
I told him a few minutes ago.
Oh, he just got here.
Let your women keep silence in the church. For it is not permitted unto them to speak. But they are commanded.
Wait, they won't even let you read that. Man, y'all won't even This man is reading the word of God. This man is reading the word of God. Read it again, sir.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
Go ahead.
And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church.
What y'all got to say about that?
That's a history.
Somebody think about this. What y'all got to say about that? It is a misinterpretation. No, this is misinterpretation. See, that's why it is so important. Here's the thing. I'm glad that I went to Bible college. And this is one of the basic things that Bible college taught me. I had my president, Dr. Taylor. He's gone on to be with the Lord, was a great witness at Southeastern. There were 3 things that he taught us about Bible study methods. The first thing he said, first of all, there were no commentaries allowed in the college, period. Because commentaries are only what somebody else thinks.
That's right.
The Bible college that I went to taught me that before you sit down to study or read the Word of God, you ought to pray that the Holy Spirit open your eyes to A, understand what you read, to B, interpret what you read, and to C, apply to what's going on today. This scripture has been misused and beat up and taken out of context because they don't know the historical context of why Paul even wrote this. If you go back and you do a history, you do a cross-reference on what was going on during this time. The reason that Paul said this in these verses, 34 through 34 and 35? The reason that he said that is, first of all, there was confusion going on. So the way that he got peace is he said, okay, I'll tell you what, this is how this is going to work. Everybody ain't going to talk at the same time. And at that time, as it is still today, there were more women than there were men. So he said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What y'all do, y'all be quiet. Because we trying to work, we got some stuff we got to work out. And so that's why he said women should be silent in the church. He didn't say forever.
Right.
And that particular time, what was going on, they needed to be quiet. And I heard smart ladies say, well, what if I ain't got no husband? Well, see, first of all, that ain't blind.
Right.
It ain't today. See, you got to understand that there are things that were written for then, now, and futuristic. And so people will take this out of context. I've been in church meetings where a deacon, somebody was going to say something and they'll pull this scripture out and shut it down, baby. Shut it down. So this is not application for today. That was application for then. And so that's why you have to pray and ask God to help you, as the Holy Spirit, to help you interpret what it's saying. It is not literally saying y'all can't say that in the church. Let's just look around. Where would we be without women? In the church. Got more women in it than to do men. That's just all there to it. So if y'all be quiet, we'll be like we in the cemetery. Nobody can say that. Amen. I mean, just, all right. So he says if they want to ask about something, the reason he said that because they had an issue going on with the churches. If they want to ask some, ask their husbands and homes. All right. Now, verse 36. Watch how he qualifies what he just said. See, the problem is folk will take a little bit and they'll just run with it. And they don't want to read before and after. Watch what he says in verse, that's in 36? Okay, go ahead. Somebody read verse 36.
What came the word of God out from you? What came it unto you only?
Go ahead.
If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that are right unto you are the commandments of the Lord. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
Go ahead.
Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophecy, and forbid not to speak with tongues,
Go ahead.
that all things be done decently and in order.
See, that qualifies what we just read. At the end of the day, the whole thing about this chapter is verse 40. There are gifts in the church. Whatever you're going to do it, but then do it decent. That's the whole thing. And so when are we going to get decent and in order? There was a time that the church was decent and in order. But what happened? As Calvin said, commitment. People don't come to Bible study. People don't come. I'm gonna tell you. All right. Now here's the thing. You want to experience phenomenal church growth. Those of you that come here on Wednesday night and those of you that come here on Sunday morning from Sunday school, if you bring somebody, well, if you bring one person with you, you have double the attendance of the church. Because if you can ever get people still enough to allow the word to be taught to them, they'll stay. And so this misnomer about I'm going over here because I wasn't getting no teaching. My first question to all of them is, did you attend Sunday school or did you attend Bible study? The problem with African American churches is that teaching is happening, but only less than 10% of the membership showing up. There's no way that we should be able to have Sunday school that live in the room down there. Not with all the folk we have in here on Sunday, 200 folk, 150, 200 folk. So we should have at least 75 to 80 people in Sunday school. On Wednesday night, we should at least have 100 people in Sunday school. But back to what Calvin said, if your commitment level is not there and your relationship is not there with God, because see, on Sunday, you can't stop me and say, hey, I don't know, what's up with this? But on Sunday morning, the Sunday school, and on Wednesday night, you can say, hey, that, you know. And then here's the thing about teaching. Before you go to bed, every night, whatever time you go to bed, I don't know what time you go to bed. But before you lay down, what has happened during the day plays in your mind. It plays in your mind. And you think about what you got to do tomorrow. But if you can ever grasp the word of God, if you can ever get a hunger for the word of God, I'm telling you, you're going to always want to eat it. Now, I like preaching, all right, you know, whatever. But I think I'm a far better teacher than I am a preacher. Why? Because I can take my time preaching. I can take my time teaching. preaching, I mean, I got a few minutes, I got to give you some synopsis, I got to go. Like, some of you, I saw the light bulb go off verse 34. Some of you had never heard that because you grew up in churches that took this scripture literally and said women are, that's why we don't believe in women preach this verse right here. Because the Bible said they should be silent. Now how they gonna preach? How they gonna preach to me? The same way the snake preached to Eve. The whole thing is, and here's the thing, and I talked to somebody this the other day. They still on this thing about women preachers, women pastors. I said, so when a preacher gets up, does a preacher preach in gender or in spirit?
All right. All right.
When I get up, I'm a preacher. I just happen to be a man. But the spirit has no gender. So if you here for the right reason, then you ain't worried about what the package is wrapped up in. You just want the word. And that's what people get mixed up at. We get mixed up on all kind of little stuff that don't matter, and we say, well, you know, and I'm gonna tell you something. I told somebody this the other day. In the next 20 years, if men don't step up, all you're gonna see lead churches is women. Last part, you like that. Yeah. And I know some good women preachers. We got some good fire preachers in this city. The one I love on my list, Gloria Sylvester. That lady.
I remember going to school, we couldn't leave out the house, going to school without doing devotion. This was every day. I'm talking about we in there mad, me and my cousin, and we like, come on, Auntie, we got somebody praying, she gonna read scripture, and she fussing about, we was out too late last night, and you know, she just going in with it. Now she part of CFB now, all in Mississippi. You know, she got a couple churches. She's very well established in the ministry.
But like I say, you tell me if somebody, when they get up, they preaching like a man, they preaching like a woman, or they preaching in spirit. That's it. I'm done. So we gotta restore order back into the house of God, and then we can't be scared, like you been said. Okay, if you know some riffraff going on, you can't be scared. Like they already know don't come to me with no tricks and games and schemes. I keep on telling like I'm not into, I mean, I can invite who everybody else invite to come to our church and preach. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to allow somebody to come in here and I pay them more than I pay myself for one day. Because if I'm going to pay you $3,500, I need you for the money. I ain't lying to you. And we have eating programs. And we're going to have terror service. I need you for the money for that $500. And then all you're going to leave me with is a word. Bro. I can't do, I said, it ain't got nothing to do with spirit. It's just business. That's business sense. $3,500, I need you for about 14 days. Straight. Tent revival on Martin Luther King. In the field, we finna go in. $3,500. I mean, there's some guys work that like, is the thing on? All right, then. Good night. Like, y'all, I mean, now I'm gonna